it was like April 11th or something, called Black Friday.
Yeah.
Boom. The doors closed for online poker. And we're all freaking out. It's like, what the hell are we going to do, kind of thing.
And you were still playing down there.
I was playing down there.
Yeah.
And so that was in April. And so we've had a few months to just kind of mull over what we're supposed to do. I come home for summer, and one of my other best friends, Patrick Curvell, he was going to UW. Mm-hmm. He actually got a perfect score on his SATs. Oh, the math portion. So the guy is just a whiz kid.
Yeah.
And he was super involved in poker as well. And we were at his fraternity live out, and we were pretty drunk, and we were on top of his roof. And we were just looking up, trying to ponder what we were going to do. And we were like, dude, let's just drop out of college, which is easy for the guy going to community college versus the guy that's going to a public Ivy school.
Yeah.
You know, it's much bigger decision for him,
sure.
But we just were like, let's just do it. And just him and I just packed our bags like a week or two later, and we moved to Thailand.
Why Thailand?
So like my dad was a famous photographer who traveled around the world. Mm-hmm. And he was like, hey, like if you're going to do this, I would say you should do Thailand. It's cheap. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. That's where I would go. And so it was always kind of in the back of my head. I don't think he knew I was going to go to Thailand to become a professional gambler.
Yeah.
I don't think that was what he meant.
How'd you sell it? Just that you wanted to travel abroad?
Oh, I mean, I was honest with them, and I told them, and my mom thought I lost my mind. My dad was really pissed.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't good. Parents are very results oriented though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once you start doing well, they become your fans.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what did, cause Joel went too, right?
Yeah. So he, so Patty and I went first, and then we talked it up, and then we got everyone to come out.
How was it when you got there?
Dude, it was insane.
How so?
Just, you're a teenager in this little bubble in America, and you completely have 180 to a completely different country.
The bubble that you're in Mill Creek, Washington, too, is a real ass
Pleasantville.
bubble. Yeah.
Now I'm in a third world country.
What were the biggest adjustments for you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I read a couple articles with you online talking about Thailand and your experience, but it was all positive stuff. Like,
sure,
I want to hear some of the the surprising shit. And because I've been to China and Colombia, other places like that, but not Thailand is the mecca for
it. It really is. And when you're in your young 20s, I couldn't recommend a better place. Honestly, it was really special.
Yeah.
I guess for the adjustments would just be overall lifestyle. Everything is just so obtainable there. Like when you drive a scooter, you can have a beer in your scooter. And so it's scary. Like
what was like a day in the life for you in Thailand?
Day in the life, like just your standard day.
Yeah, because I have to imagine the place you were living was, when not cleaned professionally by someone.
Well, we had a live-in maid.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Wait, a live-in maid?
Yeah, so that we had this huge house, and then she had a house on the property behind the house.
Okay. Was anyone having relationships with that person?
No.
Okay.
No. She's an older, sweet lady.
Okay. But what time of the day are you waking up? How many dudes are in this house?
Okay, so it was me, Joey, Alan, Piggy, Joel, Patrick, and then Ruck for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we had visitors stay a long time. We had Dan Neal stay. We had Tim Jondal. We had just had a lot of people roll.
Did anyone get married?
Yes, Ruck.
Of course. Yeah.
Ruck got married.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was a best friend of mine, and I just reconnect with him after not seeing him for 10 years. And he's back here now with his Thai wife, and he has a 7-year-old daughter. Together. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what was a day in the life for you and 6 dudes in their 20s in Thailand?
So on the third level of this house that we were living in was our office. And we would all at different times be up there just grinding it out. Mm-hmm. I think that I had a weirder schedule because I started getting into tournaments. So, you know, Joey and Patty and Joel all had the luxury of just like clocking in at 9 a.m., clocking out at 5, just like everyone else. Yeah. Whereas I was on the night schedule and it was weird. Like I worked at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was because
the tournaments are always catered to the West Coast time zone.
Okay.
Yeah. They never like changed
why
it.
Couldn't you play the games they were playing?
Because I wanted to go chase tournaments.
Okay.
And the passion for that.
Because it was bigger payoff or?
Yeah, well, so yeah, it's the wins are bigger, the losses are bigger.
Yeah. That's goes what I was back to the fishbowl type thing.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I heard a story like when you were at that house about a bathroom.
Oh, before we lived in Thailand?
Oh, I didn't know that was in Milk Creek.
Oh yeah, this is desperate times when I'm needing.
Oh, this was back in the scuba shop.
Yeah, this is desperate.
We don't have that on. Like, can you explain what your version of that story?
Yeah, absolutely. So, they've got this bathroom the size of like an airplane bathroom, no windows, hardwood floors. It's a joke, and they're like, we don't think that you could stay in there for 2 days, and I'm like, light work, how much? And they're like, we'll give you $500. I was like, all right, done. And so I stayed in the bathroom and did it.
Pitch dark too.
Yeah. And then at one point, like 30 hours in, Joel was getting nervous I was actually going to do this. And he threw cherry scented smoke bombs or something underneath the thing. I mean, I don't know if they were smoke bombs, but he threw something and it like stunk the place up.
Oh shit. Did you have to come out?
No.
You stayed through?
I stayed through.
Didn't they, when they delivered you food, wasn't there like...
Well, they did it psychologically, so I didn't know what time of day it was. So I didn't know like when the food was coming kind of thing.
I love that you say this so casually. Like, it's a completely...
It's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That is.
So how was the food delivered to you?
Well, it was just, I didn't know when... So in the 2 days, they wouldn't bring lunch at the same time kind of thing. Yeah. So like one day it might come at 11, the other at 2.
So you're like getting hungry. Yeah. Like, what were you doing in there?
I did a lot of soul searching.
Really?
Oh yeah. I was trying to like work out in there, I think.
At any point did you think you needed a new group of friends?
No, that's the sad part. I was warped.
Yeah.
I was so warped.
So they paid you the $500?
They did. So I had this one crossroad. You know, it was my last night in there, and I got pretty good at putting my ear to the floor, and I knew when people were going to bed. I just could sense it. And I had this moment where I heard the last door close of the master bedroom, and I'm like, I could really pop out right now and just go hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it never sat well with me, like if I were going to collect and do that. And so I just fell asleep. And
where'd you sleep?
I would curl myself up near the toilet kind of thing. I found it to be kind of comfortable on my back. So, yeah.
Was there a shower in there?
No.
Oh, okay. So it was just...
I mean, we're talking like a shoebox. This thing was the smallest bathroom ever. Yeah, it was a joke.
So you got out, got the 500. How quickly did you burn through it?
I mean, that's the saddest part of the story. I lost it in hours, like a couple hours. It was gone. Just torched it. Yeah, not good.
But it got you to where you're at now.
Yeah, I mean, you need the pain and struggles.
You paying dues.
You have to.
So that was before Thailand, though.
It was.
You get to Thailand, you're doing tournaments. Yep. You're like, you guys had this upstairs. Like, how much of like a master's class in poker was that for you?
Oh, I mean, once we made the decision to move abroad, like this was my everything. I got to a point where it was unhealthy how much of a workaholic I was, because I was obsessed and I really enjoyed what I was doing.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.